Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a good start to the beginning of your week. Guys, this is the full-time thoughts on West Ham 0, Newcastle 1. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website where you can purchase some really nice retro gear. And as you can see from the icon that's up here, there's also some retro Newcastle gear in there as well, if there's any Magpie fans watching, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro and Buckter, so go check those out as well. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they're currently supporting over 80, probably close to 90 separate food banks by the time of this recording. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to your respective club shop if there's any Magpie fans watching, and you'll be helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. But if you want to make a donation directly to the charity but you don't want to make an affiliate link purchase, that's perfectly fine. There is their Just Give and Fund link in the description below. So £1, £2, £5, whatever you can afford, guys. Believe me, every penny helps. So let's crack on by talking about the team sheet as always. So again, for the third game in a row, unchanged. Areola in goal with Creswell, Kilman and Tadibo making up the centre-back three. Scarles and Wan-Bissaka in the wing-back positions, with Souček and Alvarez in the midfield, with also supporting, with James Ward-Prowse and Kudus with Bowen up front alongside him. So, yeah, very entertaining first couple of minutes, to be honest with you. In hindsight, 5'10", 5'11", Jared Bowen alongside 9'2" Dan Burn probably wasn't the best of ideas, tactically speaking, but this is the argument between, do you change your winning side or do you change the winning side to exploit the weaknesses of your opposition? But Thomas Souček, within about, what was it, 50 odd seconds, could have had a goal. Bit of a rebound from Livramento and it bounces in front of him, so technically you can call it a half volley because it is bouncing in front of him and he absolutely skies it. Watching the replay, there was a chance where it almost went to an own goal. If Alvarez had been a little bit further forward, he probably could have got something out of that as well. Kudus' run as well in the first half, absolutely bottled it from one point of view. Just ran, it just literally almost like one-on-one with the goalkeeper. There was so much space for him to try and score, but he rolled it over, and it just didn't happen. Don't get me wrong, Newcastle had their chances in the first half as well, for that matter. Areola pulled off some fantastic saves in the first and a couple in the second as well, for that half as well, for that matter. So it wasn't for the want of trying. I did think that the referee, Michael Salisbury, for the majority of the game, especially the first half, called absolutely everything spot on. Blew straight away, free kick straight away to both sides, as and when it was needed. Linesman, on the other hand, in front of what's the West Stand, I think he didn't exactly cover himself with glory. Where are we? North, south. Yeah. Sorry, East Stand, I should say. The Billy Bonds didn't exactly cover himself with glory, especially in the second half. So we're going into the halftime break, 0-0. Should have been 3-1. 2-1, 3-1. It really should have been some chances, but neither side were able to take them until the second half, as we all know, unfortunately. But at the same point, guys, I do genuinely think that there is still some good signs in there. Now, in terms of the substitutions, little bit of a strange one from this point of view. Triple substitution on the 65th minute. Souček coming off and Paquetá replacing him. Makes sense. Alvarez for Soler. Makes sense. And Mavropanos coming on for Tadibo. A few minutes beforehand, Tadibo was absolutely pelting down the right-hand side and stopped and passed. You know, he looked like he was done from that point of view. So maybe Tadibo's not 100% fit. I don't think we'll ever see him fully fit, to be honest with you. But that's what it was. And then literally 4 minutes later, Creswell comes off and Ferguson comes on. But before that, the most disappointing part of it was a Newcastle counter-attack from a pretty much a bad mistake. Harvey Barnes, I'm not 100% sure that actually Gimenez actually gets a touch on it, but it's recorded down as such with Barnes with the assist on the 63rd minute. When the ball rebounds back to Harvey Barnes and he goes again, I went, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go. And literally a few seconds later, it was in the back of the net. Now, if we can see that all the way down in the Bobby Moore stand, how the hell do the players not see it in and around the other end of the pitch? Really frustrating from that point of view. Newcastle were just the better team by a smidge for the majority of the game. You know, possession stats relatively even, 51-49 in West Ham's favour, I think. Let me just double check that actually. Where are we? Yeah, 51-49 in West Ham's in favour. So, yeah, it was a bit of a... It's difficult. It really is hard because we didn't deserve a win out of that. We should have had it. We should have actually taken our chances in the first half. Really should have done. But for the reasons being of the god of football, it just didn't happen. But as I said, that and also for that matter, we had a prime opportunity going into this game to get up to 13th place. We really could if we'd have taken all 3 points off there. It would have been daylight robbery from that point of view because we were nowhere near good enough. Was there still something missing in terms of that? There really is. I mean, a lot of players were out of steam. I mean, for example, even in the second half, Souček could have had a chance. Wan-Bissaka, if he'd have been a little bit more astute to the play in the second half as well, for that matter, could have. Honestly, we could have absolutely smashed Newcastle, and I'm sure a lot of the Newcastle fans are saying we could have smashed West Ham as well, for that matter. So, in hindsight, a draw would have been, looking back on it, a draw would have been great because that would have well, it still would have kept us in the position that we we would have gone up to 14th because we've got a minus slightly smaller goal difference than Man United. But yeah, it's one of those things. But at the same point, guys, we are still 16 points clear of the drop with 10 games to go. I still maintain 4 or 5 wins. And that gets us in and around mid-table, 9th, 10th, maybe 11th. I'm still on blown with that. Where those are going to come from is another matter. But as always, guys, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. And of course, over the last 4 weeks, guys, just over 70% of you, 71.0% of you to be precise, that have been watching this channel over the last 4 weeks, have not been subscribed to the channel. So by all means, please do hit that subscribe channel. We've had a few people leave, of course. That always happens. But at the same point, and apologies for those that were expecting to see the live stream on Saturday afternoon. I did say I was going to try and do it, but there wasn't really anything to talk about. We flogged the dead horse in terms of players coming towards the end of their contract last weekend. Sorry, the weekend before last, I should say, and I didn't really think it was worthwhile us going through that conversation once again. But yeah, so the Everton preview will be up on Thursday afternoon as well, for that matter, and we will be doing the live watch along for that on Saturday afternoon. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And as always, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on this. If there's any Newcastle fans watching, give us your comments on what you thought about the game. And of course, for West Ham fans, give us your comments in the comment section as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on this game. But in the meantime, guys, try and enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you really soon. All the best now. Take care.